Player introductions are out of the way, and we are set for some top 10 girls basketball in a Centennial League rivalry between your Grandview Wolves and the Cherokee Trail Cougars. Again, should be a great one. Watch out tonight because the Cougars are coming in hot, have won 3 straight matchups over the Wolves in the past 2 years. Prior to that, Grandview had won 23 straight, so Grandview trying to break that streak and reclaim and start a new one, as both teams will get into the huddles and talk it over one last time. I'm Jake Chow, joined here with my broadcast partner, Will Summerfield. How you doing tonight, Will?
I'm doing great, Jake. It is a snow flurry outside, a tough travel to get here, but I'm excited. It's a great matchup. Back-to-back pretty tough challenges here for the Wolves, at least on GVTV. Last one that we saw was against Legend. We saw that top 5 matchup. Now they're faced with the top 10. We're minutes away from tip-off here at the Den.
Yeah, absolutely, and Grandview trying to defend that Den, as we said, coming in, losing 3 straight. As tip-off going to be won by the Wolves. Cherokee Trail coming off a prolific season last year. #1 seed in the state. They ended up beating Fountain Fort Carson in the first round of the playoffs, Highlands Ranch in the Sweet 16, and Mullen in the Elite 8 before falling to the eventual state winning Valor Christian Eagles in the Final Four. As Betts going to work outside to Smith. Back to Betts, gets an open look, can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound as players collide.
Yeah, shoulder-to-shoulder contact.
And Betts limping a little bit. Seems like she's all right. So the foul will
be against Betts.
Yes.
So they'll say that she had the worst line to the ball. So whoever gets to it initiates contact.
So here's the first possession for the Cougars. Going to work to Gibbs. Back outside to Brodus. Brodus. Back to Miller for 3. Won't go. Rebound picked up by the Cougars. That's Conger, the junior, coming in, and Roberson on the steal. So Narducci going to push the floor now for the Wolves.
Yeah, and you talked about how the 3 consecutive losses affected Grandview, and I personally think that there is a difference maker on the court today, and most people might turn their heads to Sienna Betts and say she's a difference maker as she gets fouled in the paint right there, but I turned my head to that corner. 21, Ava Chang, obviously only a sophomore, so only 1 bout versus Cherokee Trail. She could definitely be the difference maker now in her sophomore year to break that streak.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Statewright of the Cougars said that she wants to try to increase the perimeter defense, acknowledging that Chang can be a game changer.
Yeah, definitely with her 3-point shooting ability.
As here's an open look, won't go. Madeline Gibbs coming into tonight, 20 for 61, a 33% 3-point shooter. And this is a team that isn't afraid to let it fly from behind the arc. 103 for 289 as a team. They're shooting 36%. Grandview has only attempted 134. So Cherokee Trail has almost made as many as Grandview has even attempted.
Yeah, and
as Chang pulls it, won't go.
Yeah, and I would say that's mainly due to their focal point of their offense is Sienna Betts, the #2 player in the nation, and she shows it with big performances like the one against Ontario Christian, the #1 team in the nation, where she dropped 28, 22, and 11. A Nikola Jokic stat line there from one of Grandview's own. But, yeah, she works in and around the paint, and you saw earlier, she's not afraid to pull it from 3. Is excellent block.
Yeah, again, using that size.
Yeah.
And to that point, Cherokee Trail, kind of a guard-heavy team. They have some taller girls in that team who can kind of hold it down in the post and in the paint. But they're focused on that guard play and letting their players shoot.
Yeah, and one of their better players, #1, you see her guarding ballpoint, Carson Cheney, 5'7". She was one of the focal points of this offense, but
as Chang picks up a rebound, still looking for the game's first points here.
Yeah, both teams super physical, not willing to give up.
Chang won't go. Rebound brought down by the Cougars.
Yeah, as I said, both teams super physical, like not willing to give up a bucket here, and obviously a rivalry game, just a whole nother level of intensity.
Cheney in trouble, puts it up and gets it to fall. Cheney puts the Cougars on the board first and the game's first points.
Yeah, Cheney, 8.5 points per game on the season, shooting 38 and 36 from the floor and from three. So
they work inside to Betts, who puts the Wolves on a great response. Betts gets 2.
So two quick back-to-back buckets here, and finally some offense being involved in this game about halfway through this first quarter.
Working inside, a high pass. Gibbs can't handle, gonna go the Wolves' way. So yeah, again, the storyline is in the past 4 years, Grandview came in with the matches, they played 6 times, the Cougars and the Wolves, and they've split the series 3-3. But Cherokee Trail winning 3 of the last 3. But prior to that, Grandview, as Deja Roberson goes up, gets it off the glass. But in the past 15 years, Grandview's 23-3. So it's kind of been a new chapter as there's high off the glass. And scoring comes in droves now after a quiet first half to the first quarter. But, I mean, that's the storyline is 23 straight before 2 years ago where Cherokee Trail picked up a win over the Wolves, 57-60. And that marked a new chapter where Cherokee Trail now trying to defend that streak and keep it alive.
Yeah, it was not much of a rivalry, as a good quote by Joel Embiid. It's not really a rivalry if we always kick their butt. I'll use that term. But in recent years, yeah, Cherokee Trail has flipped that on its head now, and they're trying to build a streak of their own. 4-4 in this contest so far. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remain. What have you seen so far?
A lot of defense, and when we talked to Coach Statewright, she said that that's what her team does well, is guard the ball. Keep it close, and just a good defensive team as she pulls up from the free throw line won't go. And, I mean, that's what I've seen a lot of tonight so far. Betts going to work into Narducci now. Narducci, some tough defense, and there's that defense that Coach Statewright was saying, and Narducci couldn't get rid of the ball fast enough. Going to be a turnover on the Wolves.
Yeah, just had her in a jail cell right there. Great work from Cherokee Trail.
The term that Coach Statewright used is that she wants to always improve it, that she wants to make sure that her team stays hungry on defense and doesn't let anything really go. And, I mean, that's a testament to that turnover right there on that last possession. Working off the screen, going to go up. Nice defense there from Smith. Got enough on it to disrupt the pass. Betts going the other way now. Back into Betts in the paint. Going to go up. Through the contact, won't go. Gets her own rebounds. Can't get the and one. But she'll get sent to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and Sienna Betts now gets 2 shots at the line, and we always talk about the excellence. 70% from the free throw from the stripe today, or not today, in her career. 56 from 80. So,
yeah, 56 for 80 on the season as she misses the first. And 56 free throws made is good enough for number 3 in 6A. So a prolific scorer in all sorts of ways. Also number 6 in 6A in points per game. So she'll find it, in any way she can as she gets the second.
Yeah, and I think the more impressive stat of Sienna Betts is she's 20th in the nation in terms of rebounds per game. She's getting up and getting on those boards, but it's not only her rebounds, it's how proficient she is in every single aspect. As there's a quick layup from Cherokee Trail. I said 6th in points per game for 6A, and then 2nd in rebounds per game, 3 in field goals made, and then 6th in assists per game. So she works on all facets.
Here's the step back, gets it to go, and there's that dominance.
Yeah, works on all facets of the offense.
Getting a lot of media attention as well from Max Preps and other prep outlets. Up for at least in the top 3 for National Player of the Year. As here's a step back 3 for Brodus, won't go. That's on the rebound. So, and it's a lot because of how, not only because of the scoring impact she has, but how well she can facilitate, averaging almost 6 assists per game. Or excuse me, almost 5 assists per game. She does it all over the floor. As Ren Galloway goes up, gets fouled in the process.
Yeah, so Zidek will be charged with a foul.
Yeah, her first.
And neither team getting in foul trouble despite the great defense. 2 fouls apiece as this first period winds down.
Galloway misses the first. She came into today's game 2 for 5 from the free throw line. Only shooting 40%. As a team, Cherokee Trail shoots 70, 83 for 118. So far below average, although on low volume, as she gets one to make this a tie game at 7.
So 7 apiece. Rotated now. Chang will be the ball handler.
Smith over to Holloman. Back over to Zidek. To Chang in the corner, driving baseline through 2 defenders, finds Betts, who looking for the foul, won't get it, but it'll stay on this end, tipped out by Cherokee Trail.
Yeah, and there's always contact in and around that rim. They'll send 2 players to trap Sienna in the corner. You see it right here. Not even worried about the inbounder, just worried about Sienna.
Gonna work out to Chang at the elbow. Back up to the top. Gonna just pass the rock, swing it around as Betts gets it inside. Opens it up for Chang. Top of the key 3. Won't go.
So Chang's struggling early to find that hot hand from deep range.
As here's a 3 on the other end. Won't go for Cheney. Kept in. Right to Holloman. Battle for it. Cherokee Trail comes up with it. Great effort there on the baseline to kick it back out. Open 3. Sticks it. Cherokee Trail. Absolute crazy sequence, and it pays off for the Cougars.
Yeah, and now a chance to respond with 25 seconds.
Zidek works up to Betts, 20 seconds to go. Betts picked up her dribble. Gonna work back out to Holloman, got under 10 to go. Into Smith, to Zidek. Betts inside, disrupts it, 2 seconds, gets the foul. Jump ball, jump ball. Ball stays with Cherokee Trail, and the defense stands strong.
So 2.3 seconds left. Some sort of Hail Mary shot potentially incoming for Cherokee Trail.
Yeah, expect a press here. 2.3 is plenty of time as well. They're just gonna wait it out. So that'll do it for the first quarter. Cherokee Trail sitting on a 10-7 lead early in this one. What did you see so far, Will?
Well, most certainly I saw just a tough, battling team trying to do everything they can to continue this win streak here at Grandview's Den. Let's see, 3 in a row that you spoke about earlier. But a 7-10 contest, as we apologize for some of the audio issues we're having. A bunch of wires here. Difficult to contain, but a tough contest here, and most certainly gonna be a good one. We'll take a quick break and we'll see you in the second quarter. After a short break, we welcome you back to the action here. So we're waiting. There's Jake.
The Cherokee Trail ended the first quarter with that 3 to put them up 10-7. As Grandview looking to work from behind now. Roberson Back out to Zidek, gonna work inside to Betts, the one-on-one, high off the glass, Sienna Betts gets 2.
So now, heating up now is Sienna Betts. We obviously saw that jump ball call earlier. Let a little bit of fire.
Cherokee Trail, great play design, and Cheney just missed the layup.
Yeah, and that great play design can be testimated to the brilliance.
Betts on the rebound. Sorry to interrupt you, but she
No
goes
worries.
up for 2.
Sorry, I lost the name of the head coach here, Jake.
Coach Statewright.
Coach Statewright. Brilliant play designs throughout all of this first quarter.
Miller gonna work out to the elbow, work inside to Gibbs. Push back out, Miller an open look, won't go. Hits front rim, Cheney on the rebound, working back inside. Kick back out, Miller, another look. Traveled, won't go.
Yeah, and she got it, and she used her pivot step immediately. She thought she still had a little more room to work with, but just a little movement there costs her a chance at another basket.
Betts gets it, draws the double and intercepted. Brodus going the other way. Works it off to Gibbs, back to Brodus. Back out to Gibbs for 3. Won't go. Betts in the face on the defense as she stepped out on the baseline. Looked like Ren Galloway when she took that hop. She was touching blue.
Yeah, and Betts often uses as that like focal passer on the wing. Just gets intercepted there. Costly turnover.
So Narducci will work into Betts. Betts to a cutting Zidek, the reverse layup blocked.
Yeah, on that was Madeline Gibbs.
Here comes Brodus. Working into Gibbs, back out to Miller for 3-0. Gonna opt for the pass down low.
Yeah, it could have almost been a traveling call. You have to be very, very careful.
Brodus pulls up, won't get the 3 to go. Miller chasing for it, won't be able to get it. So both teams trying to shoot their way out of some slumps right now. Grandview sitting on an 11-10 lead.
Yeah, and the way Coach Ulitsky draws up his defense is very, very unique in a sense. He'll have that man-to-man, and then he'll shift into a zone when necessary. We saw that shift when she had the ball on the wing. Miller took that shot, was forced to pass when the double team came.
Chang in the corner for 3, won't go. Rebound picked up by Brodus. And the turnover, gonna tip it up to Cheney. Here's Gibbs. Working inside to Galloway, gets 2 to go. So CT regains the lead here, 12-11. There's Narducci. Works up to Zidek. Betts inside to Roberson. Roberson goes up, gets 2. Deja Roberson.
Yeah, so Roberson getting herself involved now.
Yeah,
A premier player for the Wolves here. 8.4 points per game on the season.
yeah, she exploded last game in the Centennial League opener against Eagle Crest for 18 points and 5 rebounds, her season high. And see if she can continue that into tonight. Her first bucket came on that last possession. So Conger will pass it off to Galloway. Galloway will survey. Skips it across. Betts was there. Betts pushing the floor now. Betts goes up. Easy 2 for Sienna Betts.
Yeah, and put Elia Brodus into a difficult position.
As Gibbs gets 3. Madeline Gibbs adding to her total.
A quick response from Cherokee Trail to tie this game at 15 apiece. We've got a good game on our hands, Jake. What have you seen from both teams so far now halfway through the second quarter?
They're doing a good job of just facilitating offense right now and just making sure that they're getting to their sets and taking good shots as Roberson goes up, won't get it to go. But a foul, a late whistle. So it looks like it'll go on Gibbs, and it'll send Roberson to the line. Roberson, 27 for 39 on the season. And she drains the first. 69% free throw shooter. And that'll certainly help her percentage just that much. Roberson's second will decide to fall.
Yeah, it makes it 17-15, ever so important in such a back and forth game. It was 7 to 10 at the beginning of this quarter. Much more high scoring now.
Gibbs trying to drive through, going to pass off to Miller on the perimeter. Down to Conger.
Yeah, and you see Betts floating around that zone, looking for that double team, and there you go.
That's why she does it as Strode kicks it across. Conger won't go. Rebound picked up by Betts.
Yeah, but she kind of hangs out on that hash mark on the wing.
Betts to Smith. Thought about three. Decides to pass inside to Betts. Can't get the easy layup to go. Drew the triple. Picked up by CT. Strode for the Cougars.
Yeah, and Betts now working in that low post. You see that shift from that zone to that man that Coach Ulitsky is so special at doing. Now her assignment is to man mark Cherokee Trail's Hannah Conger. So she'll hang in around that low post.
Smith picks up her second personal foul as Narducci on the steal. Narducci trying to work it inside to Holloman, gets kicked by Miller. So to stay on this end on the kickball, Grandview up 17 to 15. Back outside, Chang, an open look. Still can't get it to go, and it looks like, I think she's, by my count at least, she's missed. She's only one for her last 13 or 14 three-pointers. As Conger goes up, blocked by Betts.
Yeah, in a cold streak, she's the second best player in Colorado in her class. And it's just been a rough one for her here. And
as Roberson goes up, fights through the contact, draws the foul. So she'll go to the line again.
I recently received her first offer from Utah State. Many more to come for the young superstar. So that one will fall.
So Roberson's second will go as well. So here come the Cougars. 2 minutes left in this second quarter. Grandview leading 19 to 15. For three, rattles out. Good look there from Ava Pelaez.
Yeah, and great work setting up that off-ball motion, able to get that open three-point look, and no success.
So inbound here on the near side after ball goes out the baseline. Looked like a moving screen. Yep. Illegal screen on CT. It'll be Grandview ball.
Yeah, you got to have your feet set when you're making those screens, and that little bit of shift and movement trying to hold off Grandview. Doesn't work.
So Chang will get work into Narducci. Back out to Betts. Chang trying to find that baseline. Going to go kick ball, or at least last touch by a Cougar.
Yeah, and Coach Ulitsky screaming our ball. A few of the Grandview players thought that was out on Cherokee Trail.
Betts receives on the baseline, trying to kick it back out. Last touch by Cherokee Trail, going to stay on this end. So a long possession for this Wolf squad right now. in the late stages of this first half. Betts receives. Going to take it patiently here. Chang works it over to Holloman. Outside to Narducci for three. Too much on it. Rebound right into Cherokee Trail's Brodus. So Miller now with a minute remaining. See what Cherokee Trail designs. Miller. Fake pass into Brodus. Aaliyah Brodus pulls up from the corner. Gets it to go. Brodus on the board for the first time in this contest.
Yeah, 19-17 now, 40 seconds to go. Grandview looking to get a statement going into this half.
Good defense there from Gibbs, kind of disrupting that pass from Holloman. Narducci had to chase it as Miller smacks it down for a Cherokee Trail steal. They had 20 seconds up to Brodus going up for the easy layup, and she gets it.
19-19. 13 seconds and counting. Plenty of time.
See what they do. Chang off the Roberson screen. Back into Roberson. From the free throw line, won't go. Gonna stay on this end, but is it before the buzzer or they're gonna say it isn't?
Yeah, and Roberson just pulled that from the elbow. A high quality shot that normally she's able to drain, but instead we're going to halftime tied.
19-19 is the score after 2 quarters. We'll be back for second half action and a performance from our Palms who are headed to Nationals. We'll see you in a minute. So we have a fire drill or the fire alarm heading off here at Grandview High School, which will delay our game, but stay tuned. Follow us at Grandview TV and GHS Athletics on Twitter and Instagram for updates to make sure you know when to tune back in. We'll be back for second half action when this situation gets sorted out. Stay tuned with us and be patient. Follow us on social media for updates, and we will be back in just a minute. All right, welcome back to GVTV. We have been outside and now back in. The popcorn machine in the concession stand is getting old and set off the fire alarm. But everyone is okay. There was no actual fire. Nobody was in danger. Nobody was hurt, so grateful for that. But we're going to find out what the effects are. As Coach Ulitsky just said, we just talked to him. We're going to find out what the effects are of being outside if it cooled down. Both teams have had the 12 minutes to heat up and warm up a little bit. So we'll see what happens in this third quarter.
Yeah, and certainly a kind of funny insert there on how this game's been going so far. So close up to this point, and then a fire alarm just shredding it all. My mic isn't working, Jake. Am I one? I'm one. Oops.
Are we ready here?
Me and Jake have swapped mic ports, so that's now.
Yeah, we were talking out there. We were talking out there how we're grateful that it wasn't 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, most certainly. If it was that 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter scenario, it could have been a lot worse.
So Chang gets the steal early in this third quarter. Goes up, draws the contact. So she's going to get sent to the line. Ava Chang, who has been quiet all night.
Yeah, Chang still trying to find that kind of hot hand going into this. Obviously, has had a cold streak from three-point range. Maybe she can find something here at the line.
Chang is 15 for 25 on this season, a 60% free throw shooter. She misses the first.
Yeah, and these types of slumps can really hurt a player that's just trying to develop and become better, especially someone as young as Ava Chang.
She misses both. Rebound goes to Cherokee Trail. They pick it up. So Chang will stay quiet as Gibbs works inside up to Conger, who gets it off the glass. Hannah Conger adding to her total. She had 2 in the first half, doubling that in here. So Smith is going to work out to Narducci, into Chang. Chang working around, driving baseline, and she gets a tough layup. And way to get on the board. And that's a huge confidence booster. So Miller now, driving in. Low post, high off the glass, won't get it to go. Going to stay on this end, last touch by a white jersey.
Yeah, and on that last possession, Ava Chang able to get to the basket, get those vital 2 points, and kind of maybe she can start building on that and getting back in the stride and kind of breaking the slump.
So Cherokee Trail now coming out of, that is. As Gibbs drains it for 3, Madeline Gibbs has been a hot hand so far for the Cougars. Betts gonna drive through, trying to find something, finds Narducci, low post, gonna kick it back out to Betts.
Yeah, and looked like Betts might have taken one too many steps there, but no call. Possession stays with Grandview.
Roberson finds Betts inside. She goes up and draws the contact, so she'll get sent to the line again. Betts has been to the free throw line, I believe, 2 times before. Again, one of leading the team in free throws made and free throws attempted, and for good reason, because she's number 3 in the state in 6A.
Yeah, she works down low, and she's always going to be in that contact area in that low post, and just gets to the line frequently because of that.
Betts drains both of them. Third point total up to 13 now. Cherokee will get the inbound. Right side baseline as Brodus will collect. Tipped by Smith, she gets the steal. Maya Smith, active hands. She averages 1.2 per game, and I mean, that's kind of been a big part of this Wolves squad is clogging those passing lanes. As Cherokee Trail does the same.
Came off the foot there, no call.
And bad pass picked up by Zidek. So a couple of unforced errors as Chang pulls up from the free throw line, gets it off back iron. Gonna stay on this end.
Yeah, and Chang forces the 3-on-2 there in transition. Elects to take it herself. She had Roberson and Smith in the corners.
Yeah, Roberson's sitting on 8. Again, she dropped 18 in the Wolves' first Centennial League contest against Eagle Crest. As Betts the step back 2, drains it. Sienna Betts, that's a tough look as well.
Yeah, and just from the stripe there, able to fade away. Good basket.
Miller to the corner to Strode. Smith active hands. Brodus is double dribble. Aaliyah Brodus, again, more unforced turnovers.
So it'll be inbounded to Maya Smith. Or sorry, not Maya Smith. David Chang.
Smith will work into Zidek along the arc. Picked up by Betts. Had Roberson, but coughed it up. Strode on the steal. Betts gets it back. Betts the spin move. Oh, and she slipped. Takes a tough tumble.
Yeah, and just great heads-up play there from Strode. Able to pick off Sienna Betts on the double team, but yeah, Sienna Betts slow to get up and grabbing that elbow. Your Coach Ulitsky looking at that one. That's a tough one.
It's Delaney Miller who picks up the foul. Cherokee Trail has 3 team fouls. 2 more would send Grandview to the line. But Betts will play on. Chang works to Smith, back up to Betts. Betts the pirouette off 1 foot, draws the contact. And she's been sent to the line a couple times already.
Yeah, an absolutely beautiful move there from Sienna Betts. Just carves right through the 2 defenders and able to get to the cup.
So Miller gets her second. As that puts Cherokee Trail with 4 team fouls. The next foul, no matter what it is, will send Grandview to the line in the double bonus.
So second one falls, and Sienna Betts finding herself here in this 3rd quarter.
Miller works up to Strode, a long 2. High up over Betts, won't go. Rebound by Chang. Steal by Brodus, draws the contact on Chang, and Aaliyah Brodus will get sent to the line. You can tell it's a rivalry. There's a lot of contact right now, and especially as it gets to these later portions, you can see just how badly both these sides want the win.
Yeah, and just both of them are hungry, man. And obviously, the rivalry game just adds that extra layer to it. 27-25 here, a low scoring 3rd quarter. Only about 8 apiece.
So Chang works into Smith. Back into Roberson. Hand off to Chang. Chang open for 3. Can't get it to go. Roberson on the rebound, puts it back up. Rebound Brodus. So Grandview walking away with no points after the offensive rebound. Miller, jump stop, gets it off back iron. Chang to Smith for 3. Can't get it to go. Roberson on the rebound again. Works back around. Gets it to fall. Deja Roberson.
Absolutely stellar work here from Deja Roberson. All over the glass. Able to get 2 quick, good second chance point baskets. Coach Ulitsky loves to see those.
Here's a great pass inside. Back to Conger. Miller thought about 3. Gonna opt back to Conger. Corner three instead. Won't get it to go. Off back iron. Miller the rebound. Back into Brodus. Blocked by Betts. Betts swatted that right into the referee.
Yeah, just able to get her arm up and just absolutely knocks it away. True testament to why she's the #2 player in the nation.
Miller. Work back across to Gibbs. Back to Miller. Fakes the pass. Got into the trap. Brodus. Skips it across. Miller. Cherokee Trail have a tough time passing, but finds the open man. Brodus in the corner. Drains it. Aaliyah Brodus, the hot hand right now for the Cougars.
Yeah, tie game there. 2:50 left to respond.
(29-29) now. Smith back into Betts. Betts off the screen. Telling Smith to cut. Back into Chang. The step back to Betts. Gets it to fall.
Yeah,
She can't miss right now.
Able to find Betts on the elbow, and that's exactly who you need to go to. She's on fire.
Yeah, 8 third quarter points for Sienna Betts, increasing her total up to 19.
And that's what she does, is she's the focal point of this offense.
Grandview recaptures the lead. Miller off the screen. Betts fouls Miller on the shot. Trying to go for that block again, but couldn't quite connect with the ball.
Yeah, and Betts trying to block that with the non-dominant hand. She's a left-handed player, able to defend that pretty well, and just gets a little contact. This first one won't fall, and it'll remain a minimum 1-point game.
She missed both.
Missed both.
Yeah, she's a 58% free throw shooter, so not very often that she does that. As the foul, a jump ball is the call. You can see Sienna Betts in shock there.
Yeah, she was not a fan of that call. It says there was contact, she was grabbing her arm.
So off the jump ball, Grandview retains possession. Betts can't get the layup. Chang on the rebound. Back into Betts. The pirouette. Can't get the second attempt to go.
There's a lot of questionable contact happening, especially regarding Sienna Betts.
Brodus, the contested three. Oh, stuck. So yes, jump ball will stay.
Oh, hops from the referee.
Hey, you love to see that.
Elevation.
So 1:33 left in this third quarter. Grandview leads 31-29, and some back-to-back jump ball calls. Leaves it with Cherokee Trail. Pass goes over the top, going to find Miller. They're going to get into their set here.
Yeah, I just want to reset possession there.
Miller drawing up the play. Has a cutter, finds Maya Smith rather. And she just brought that down right to her. So Narducci pushing the offense from the free throw line. Narducci gets two. So Grandview now with a 2-possession lead. Miller gonna pass to the corner. Open look for Gibbs. Gets it to go. Madeline Gibbs has been on fire from behind the arc.
Yeah, and just trying to keep this momentum going for both teams. Really ramping it up in the second half of these quarters.
Smith inside to Betts, and just using her strength, prying the ball from Miller. Gets easy too. Miller the patience, and Betts somehow still got back to it. Got Betts to fly, and using her wingspan to disrupt that pass in all sorts of ways.
Yeah, and that's just what she adds, so much more size. And actually,
As Narducci along two. Goes out of bounds at the top of the backboard.
Yeah, but the Betts' size is is her biggest tool, I'd say. And obviously, her sister, Lauren, who came before her in this program, even taller than she is, currently playing basketball at UCLA. Sienna will join her next year. But it's just, she is a 5-tool player, but that size stands out more than anything else.
Cherokee Trail has 5 seconds left in this quarter. See what they can do. To the corner. Can't put up a shot, but it is fouled.
So they're going to call it.
Roberson, it looks like.
Is it on the floor or was it going to the line?
Or rather.
So it's staying on the floor. 0.5 seconds left. Maybe best thing you can do is a miracle lob, but.
Yeah, you got to get that off quick. See if they can create separation. Gibbs the inbounder for Brodus. Won't go. So that'll do it for the third quarter. After the fire line put everybody outside. Seems like both teams still finding their stride and landing on their feet. Grandview leads 35-32.
Yeah, you could say both teams are on fire. Just don't set the alarm off once again. We'll join you here for fourth quarter action here after the break.
So Grandview will start with the inbound here with a 3-point lead in this fourth quarter. Smith will take. So Smith the inbound, going to find Chang, and that'll start this fourth quarter.
Yeah, I always had to be careful there, almost over and back.
Chang. As here's the steal from Gibbs. Gibbs gets it for Cherokee Trail. Gonna work to the corner. Here's Cheney, back into Brodus. Brodus, off the defense from Roberson, misses the layup.
Yeah, and certainly more fans filing in, amping up the heat.
Zidek, a little floater. Too long, will stay on this end.
Yeah, remains with the Wolves. They're in control of this game. They're up 3. If it keeps going back and forth like we saw towards the end of that third quarter.
Betts in the paint, puts up a shot too strong off the glass. Her second attempt falls. Sienna Betts adding to her total, and she's up to 23, matching her season average.
Yeah, and we've seen Sienna Betts turn it up in the fourth quarter and overtime, as we saw in games prior.
As Miller gets a tough 2 to go off the glass. Delaney Miller on the score sheet for the first time tonight.
Yeah, 32 versus Legend in that incredible overtime thriller.
Smith receives. Trying to work off a Roberson screen as looks like a foul on Cherokee Trail. It will be, and it'll go against Brodus, her second. Back out to Chang, inside to Betts, drawing the double. She goes up, won't get it. Gets her own rebound. The second attempt too strong. Rebound Zidek. Gonna reset. Smith to Chang. That's the ball handler now. Gonna reset. Betts receives. Baseline jumper. Can't go. Rebound Cherokee Trail. So a couple of offensive boards for Grandview ends up empty.
Yeah, and just they continue to try and run through Betts, and she's drawing doubles.
Gibbs driving in on Chang. Goes up, gets too high off the glass. Madeline Gibbs, have yourself a night.
Yeah, cutting the lead to 1, and she's been all over it.
Yeah, 18 points tonight for Madeline Gibbs, for a player who typically averages 9, all over the score sheet. As Betts goes up, rolls out, gets her own rebound, puts it back.
Yeah, and there's that contact deep down below, and it looks like Betts looking for an and-1 call there.
Cheney will work across to Gibbs. Gibbs back outside for 3, won't go. The reverse layup falls for Cheney. What a creative move there from Carson Cheney.
Yeah, able to get that rebound and just put it right back up, high and off the glass.
So a tight contest still with about 5 minutes remaining. Grandview leads 39-38. The handoff to Chang. Back to Chang, gonna survey. Pulls up for 3, Chang drains it! Ava Chang finally gets one to fall.
Yeah, and that's a huge 3, not only for this game, but also for Ava Chang.
Huge confidence booster for the sophomore. As they're gonna work into Brodus. Ball knocked loose, finds Sienna Betts. Great job there from Roberson and Chang to knock that ball loose.
So they're slowing down the pace of play now. Game in their hands.
And make it hard when you have Sienna Betts down low who can just go up and pretty much get anything she wants, as Coach Statewright wants a timeout.
Yeah, certainly just trying to get this game back on track, and Coach Statewright's going to talk it over with her players. I mean, they've been all over it, obviously keeping this closer than some might have expected for a 1 versus 10 matchup. But realistically, they have no counter to Sienna Betts. They're a smaller lineup, and that's just shown through their play, through everything they've done so far. So great work from Sienna Betts to be able to take control of this game, especially in that third quarter. We talked about that. What have you seen so far in this game, Jake?
Well, Coach Statewright said prior to the game, when we asked about Sienna, that they're going to attempt to contain her as much as they can, but it's hard to. She acknowledged that she's the second best player in the class, in the nation right now, and it's hard to defend a player like that, and I'm sure Coach Statewright is feeling that as Sienna Betts rolls near 30 points. Coach Ulitsky also said he was expecting this to be a close match. He knew he called it a Final Four match in January, and
yeah,
those are the kind of contests that Coach Ulitsky wants to schedule because it tests his team and it makes them a better team come February and March.
Yeah, we saw that She Got Game tournament where they went against the #1 team in the nation. They went up against some top schools in Nevada and Maryland, etc. They are not afraid to take on a challenge, and it's a big game at home for them today. Hopefully they can pull this one out. We got 4 minutes to go. Another thing that we could add is the foul count is extremely low for this game, at least for this half. 1-0 apiece.
Cherokee Trail receives Miller on the inbound. Pivot back into Gibbs. Gibbs pulls up for 2, won't go, off front iron. Nothing working and nothing really going the Cougars' way this far. As Chang will work into Betts. Back out to Holloman. Yeah, and you said it. They're going to try to slow down this pace of play as Betts for three. Can't get it to tip in.
Yeah, and one thing that Cherokee Trail has done well is they've been dominant from beyond the arc. They need that now more than ever.
As Gibbs trying to drive in, gets a tough layup to go. Madeline Gibbs pushes her total up to 18.
Yeah, cuts the lead to 4 as well. 3 minutes to go here. Grandview really has to start thinking about increasing this lead.
Narducci nearly lost it off a pass from Roberson. As a foul on Betts, Miller takes a tough tumble.
But
Excuse me, Roberson.
Grandview with fouls to give, we mentioned earlier. 1 foul. That was our first one on the entire half. Keeping very clean basketball going here for the Wolves.
Three-pointer, gets it to go, and there it is, Ren Galloway for 3.
Cutting the lead to 1. A huge 3 late in this game.
And Grandview's got to start, picking up their pace of play. They can't let their guard down. It seemed like they did for a minute. Got to get back into it and fight with that intensity they did in the first 3 quarters. As Roberson pulls up for 2, won't go. Rebound Cherokee Trail. Working up to Brodus. 2 minutes remaining in this contest. Back down to a 1-point game. Nearly lost it. Brodus picks it up. Timeout. Whistle blows. Looks like there's some confusion on the Cherokee Trail bench whether or not they called a timeout. And they will. They'll elect to take the timeout. So Cherokee Trail uses their second.
Yeah, ever so useful. Now they're down to 3. Grandview remaining with all 5. That could definitely be a difference maker late in this game.
Possession should stay with Cherokee Trail as well. Off of the confusion, the referee blew the whistle, assuming or at least hearing some sort of timeout call.
Yeah, and we talked to head coach Ulitsky before the game, and he said, feed Sienna was one of his points. That's obviously what they've done so far, but now in a game this close, they need that more than ever. But also don't be afraid to look towards Ava Chang now. Hit that 3, gained her confidence. We obviously know what she's capable of behind the arc, so look out for her as well.
How about Deja Roberson sitting on double digits, 10 points in this contest, above her average of 8.4. She's been having a nice couple of last 2 games. As Brodus thought about 3, passes it off. Cheney working to the corner, had to come back to it. Brodus for 3, heavily contested, won't go. Rebound Gibbs. Kick back out, Conger. Gonna work into Galloway.
Yeah, and Roberson now is guarding the ball handler. You talked about her point scoring. Many of those off of second chance points, picking up someone else's trash and making it her treasure.
The foul on Grandview will stay on the floor. Believe that was, we'll see what the call is. Maya Smith.
Yeah, 1:25 left in this game.
And Maya picks up her 4th.
Yeah, Cherokee Trail certainly interested in keeping this one close as possible.
Smith has to be careful with 85 seconds left. She has 4 fouls. As the inbound pass picked up by Chang. Great job there from Zidek to disrupt that inbound. Betts draws the double into the trap. Chang gets out. Pass is tipped, picked up by Betts.
Yeah, now's the time where they bleed clock.
Absolutely, and I mean, this is where every little thing matters. 1 point, 64 seconds left as there's a foul on Cherokee Trail. Coach Ulitsky called the timeout, and they're going to opt to go with the timeout instead of the foul.
Yeah, and it's important. They were just trying to swarm Sienna Betts.
Yeah, ended up being a timeout. They're going to kind of vote in favor of Cherokee Trail there, not to call the foul.
Yeah, and realistically, this late in this game, Grandview on 2 fouls, Cherokee Trail on 1. Those foul counts will really matter. You can really force someone into an uncomfortable situation by fouling them and fouling them and fouling them and still not entering that double bonus territory. So they certainly think that that foul was called against Cherokee Trail. Could have put a lot more pressure on them to perform.
So 62 seconds, Grandview with a 1-point lead in what we knew was going to be an instant classic. It had the makings, Centennial League rivalries, the storylines of Cherokee Trail with a winning 3 of the last 3 in the past 2 years. And we knew it would come down to this. So it'll stay on this end. Chang will be the inbounder. Trying to feed Betts. Betts inside. Draws the foul. Looks like it'll go on Brodus.
Yeah, a minute left here. And with that foul, obviously, there's no shot clock. They can do what they want with this possession. They just have to be super careful.
Yeah, and Brodus picks up her 3rd personal, so she has to be careful that she won't foul out. As Betts gets a clean pass, puts it up, won't go. Chang on the rebound, jump ball. That'll go Cherokee Trail's way.
So 56.4 left.
Miller collects, she'll push the floor here. Miller, 45 seconds to go. Gibbs, defended by Zidek. Pushed off into the corner for 3. Won't go, too much on it. Betts on the rebound at 30 seconds. Gonna work it up to Chang. Cherokee Trail has to get back, and they do. As timeout, Grandview. That was close to being an over and back. This Cherokee Trail crowd wanted it.
Yeah, 25.8 here, only down 1. If they foul all the way to the double bonus, 2 free throws, they get the ball back and a chance to tie. So Cherokee Trail here with fouls to give, but they want to give them up. They want to give them up fast.
They really don't need to, it feels like, because it is still a 1-possession game. Even with say a Sienna Betts 2, or you find Deja Roberson down low and she cleans something up. It's still a 1-possession game. You can hit for 3, and so far Madeline Gibbs has been on fire from behind the arc, and I would look to her even after a bucket. Now, if Grandview hits a 3, you find Ava Chang or Amaya Narducci who can hit it from behind the arc. It becomes a different story. That's when you're going to try to play that foul game, but definitely not wanting to go to the foul game yet.
Yeah, gotta be tactical and definitely gotta play it safe here. Take control of it, don't turn it over is the biggest thing for Grandview, because the second they turn it over, that'll be a timeout call and potentially a winner there. So at worst, get 2 here.
Smith into Chang, and they're gonna go. Yeah, and there's that option, is that you can keep it close and give yourself that option to go to the foul game if you need it.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to go in there and try and get steals, reach in, because the worst that happens is you foul them to the double bonus, and it's a 1-possession game.
That's what they do. It looks like that'll go against Ren Galloway.
Yeah, and they're just gonna get a few more here, get them to the line, try and save as much of clock as possible for their own possession. Maybe even hope for a missed shot.
They're gonna foul again. So Chang will get sent to the free throw line. And I mean, she's the person you want to foul. She missed 2 earlier tonight. A 60% free throw shooter coming into this game, and we'll see what happens.
And here's where saving your timeouts helps you so much. 3 timeouts available. They only need 1. The second that rebound touches their hands, they can call a timeout and get it around midcourt.
Chang, the first, gets it to go. So it makes it a 2-point game now. This is huge. A second one would make it 3 points. She gets it. So a 3-point game here. See what Cherokee Trail does with 19 seconds to go. Miller on the reception. Pass outside. Galloway, a long 3. Won't go. Rebound. Miller puts it up. Won't go. Gonna go.
Grandview.
Grandview's way. Couldn't quite see.
I had a good angle on it. It's Grandview ball. 8.4 seconds left. The game-tying 3 off of iron. And now the Wolves in full control.
Here's the full court. Betts holds on to it, and they're going to foul her. So, yeah, here's the foul game. You got to hope that Betts misses at least 1, but, I mean, that still makes it hard with 5 seconds on the clock.
So 5.1 seconds left. Sienna Betts, 1 free throw makes it 2 possessions and seals it for the Wolves.
She gets her first. That second won't go. Miller, yeah, you got to call it timeout, and they do. So 2.7 on the clock, and you just wasted almost 2.5 seconds.
Late timeout cost them 2.5 seconds, and that's going to be the decider here. Free throws fall. It's 2 possession, 2.7 left. It's nothing short of a miracle if they want to try and win this game.
Yeah, still 4 points, as Coach Stayright's going to talk it over with her team.
Yeah, it's pretty much up to Grandview just to, when Cherokee Trail gets this ball around midcourt, the last thing you want to do is foul. Because the moment you foul and someone looks like they're even going for a shot attempt, that could be dangerous, and 4-point play can tie it. We've seen crazier things happen. Clock resets to 3.3, so they'll get a little more time back. Keep it clean and you win. That's the statement Coach Ulitsky's given in the huddle. As the Wolves will take the court.
Three ticks on the clock here as Miller will get the inbound right around half court. Miller finds Cheney, and she's fouled. So Maya Smith commits the foul on Cheney, and she's fouled out.
That was extremely dangerous. That was exactly almost worst case scenario like we talked about earlier. Maya Smith fouled her while she was taking a 3-point attempt. Almost dropped in.
So Carson Cheney sent to the line, and Cherokee Trail provided a lifeline.
Yeah, 1.7 left. You make 2, you miss 1.
Try to put something up.
Try and put something up.
Grandview needs to box out here, especially on that third. Carson Cheney, a 60% free throw shooter, 6 for 10.
But yeah, you see, obviously, Sienna Betts down in that low post. Deja Roberson as well, elite rebounder. So key to them to try and at least cause a little bit of jumble and waste that 1.7 seconds left. The second one falls, and now it's a 2-point game. Look for this one to come off.
Yeah, and Coach Ulitsky wants to talk it over, make sure that his players get the right message and understand get a rebound or even just tip it away. 1.7 is enough for a shot, but not too much.
Yeah, but if you are playing the tip away game, make sure you don't send it too far. Falls out of bounds and give them another breath. Keep it contained, but if Roberson or Betts can get her hands on this ball, then in game over, 47-45, Wolves take the win. But it's up to Carson Cheney. How will she miss this free throw? Can Cherokee Trail come out with this one? Extend this game.
Cherokee Trail has to be perfect. So one left for Cheney. She drains it. So see what they do. Timeout for Coach Statewright. We're going to talk it over again.
So elect to go for the basket. Cut the lead to 1. 1.7 left. So what Coach Statewright's going to do now, bring that full court press. And this will be intense. It's going to get low. It's going to get scrappy. And there is a chance that there's a foul and then free throws to seal the game. But if they can somehow pull it off, make Grandview uncomfortable in this last waning seconds, get a shot up, there's opportunity to win the game right then and there when the horn sounds.
Whoever can jump the highest will be on Betts. You can kind of see it. Everybody's going to be guarded down low. You're going to have somebody on the inbounder and just kind of throw it up as high as you can to try to find Betts and hope that that gets brought down from whoever can jump the highest and just put up a shot as quick as you can. See what happens. Chang the inbounder. Running the baseline, looking to get it in. 3. Timeout, timeout, timeout. Coach Ulitsky, they wanted to make sure there wasn't a 5-second violation.
That's huge. Almost a costly mistake there from Coach U. So it's a 30-second timeout and extending this game further. It's Coach Ulitsky.
They call it basketball time for a reason.
Boys tip-off was 15 minutes ago, at least it was supposed to be, but with the fire alarm and this contest, gets drawn out a little further. But nevertheless, 1.7 seconds to go. The full court press from Cherokee Trail is on with the game in the hands.
Here we go. Chang the inbounder. Bit of a ladder as Chang works it inside, and they're going to foul. So Narducci gets it. Keeps 1 second on the clock.
But yeah, this is big, and it's really up to Tammy Statewright to call the timeout as soon as that ball could come off that rim. Basket makes, 1.0 left, and it's a 3-point game once again.
Gets it.
And she makes it.
So Narducci has to miss this one if Cherokee Trail wants to win. A 3-pointer off a miss will take that, but only can force overtime. A 2 for 7 free throw shooter on the season. Hits them both. So here we go, timeout Cherokee Trail. They're gonna talk it over again, and the best the Cougars can do is push it to overtime.
Yeah, coach timeout. It's a full one. So they'll have plenty of time. They'll get the ball around midcourt. 3-point game. 1 second left, Jake. They've got to put everything out there and throw up a prayer.
It's a game plan. And how about Amaya Narducci? Came into tonight just a 29% free throw shooter. Hits both. Great job there for Narducci.
Yeah, Cherokee Trail ended up fouling the right person, what it seemed, but able to step up in the big moments. Narducci, great work there.
Yeah, so it's 1.0 exactly on the clock.
Yeah, we mentioned those timeouts, how huge they were going to be going late into this game, and none left for Cherokee Trail. Able to savor those until the last moments, and they have.
49-46. Yeah, you're going to expect the full court press here. Betts on the other half, just kind of anchoring it down, making sure nothing gets through the cracks. See what we do. Galloway the inbound, or excuse me, Miller the inbounder. Gonna run almost a football play. Timeout. There's no timeouts left. No timeouts left for Cherokee Trail.
It was Coach Ulitsky who called it.
Oh yeah, they are gonna take it. So no timeouts. They're gonna let him play. They felt like they almost called.
Yeah, it was
the football head coach to say, "Hey, draw me up a play." They got a bit of a pass outside. They just ran routes.
They were looking for everything and anything there. They need these three. Try to keep it down on that baseline.
And smart move from Coach Ulitsky as well. Or it is a Cherokee Trail timeout, so it's a tech, and Roberson will get sent to the line. Gets the first, and that makes it 2 possessions.
2 possessions there. That's a dagger with 1 second left.
And what a way to lose that game, to have no timeouts and to draw the tech.
Very stressful free throws from Roberson, but she drains them, and she's smiling. She knows Grandview has this one in the bag. They're going home with a top 10 win.
Chain the inbound, over and back, it won't matter. So that'll do it. Grandview. Oh, they are going to put time back on the clock. On the over and back, they're going to put time back on the. So another lifeline.
Another chance here for a game that seems like it will never end.
They're going to put the entire full second back. So it gives Cherokee Trail another chance.
So the horn sounded, but the game continues on. So it'll be .7 on the clock, and a truly hilarious contest.
Still might not be enough, as hard to put up a shot. She got it off, but it won't matter. Grandview walking away with a win against Cherokee Trail for the first time since 2022.
Yeah, and obviously that stellar state champion 2022 team can look at this one and say, well, we finally got it back in 2025. Jake, any final words?
Great contest, and I mean, Grandview, and you've known this all season, Grandview has what it takes to win, and they win those close games. So great to see them add another one to the win total, especially over rival Cherokee Trail. Don't go far. We have the third leg of our triple header, boys basketball versus Cherokee Trail. Don't go far. We'll have action for you in about 16 minutes. I've been Jake Chow.
I'm Will Sommerfeld.
And we will see you in just